I would like to present before you sample exit exam questions with answers for IMO model course 1.41 passenger ships crowd management, also known as familiarization course of passenger ship crew as required by STCW chapter 5 bar 2. Let's go to the first question. The purpose of crowd management course is, let's see what are the options. To make sure passengers are controlled by master in all situations, to direct crowd in any activity on board, to make sure passengers are directed in an orderly manner to the muster station, and final option, to control and direct both passengers and crew in an emergency to optimize chances of survival. Let's go and see what's the right answer. Correct answer is option D, to control both passengers and crew in an emergency to optimize chances of survival. The captain did not control passengers to any activity on board, only they have direct when there is an emergency. And the idea is to optimize chances of survival. And let's go to next question. The passenger ship is defined in SOLAS as one that carries more than 12 people, one that carries more than 100 people, one that carries more than 36 passengers, and one that carries more than 12 passengers. Passenger ship is defined in SOLAS chapter 1 itself, where it's specified it as a ship which carries more than 12 passengers. The right answer is option D, one that carries more than 12 passengers. The passenger is also defined in SOLAS as anybody more than 1 year of age, also who is not engaged in the business of running the ship. Let's go to question 3. Requirement for specific training for crew in a passenger ship is given in A. SOLAS, B. MARPOL, C. MLC, D. STCW. Training requirement is clearly defined in chapter 5 of STCW, where what are the training required for different types of ships is clearly specified. SOLAS gives you guidelines regarding how to build the ship. MARPOL is for guidelines or regulatory measures to prevent pollution. MLC stands for Maritime Labour Convention. But the right answer is for STCW. An example of cognitive symptom of stress behavior is A. chest pain, B. confusion, C. anxiety, D. anger. The question is for cognitive symptom, that is confusion. Whereas chest pain is a physical symptom and anxiety and anger are both emotional symptoms of crowd behavior. Okay, let's go to question 5. In crowd management, one of the stages of verifying the effectiveness of action taken is known as A. planning, B. execution, C. monitoring, D. appraisal. Let's see what is the right answer. Right answer is monitoring. Monitoring is done for continuous verifying the effectiveness of any action taken. Planning is what you do before an emergency. Execution is what you do after the planning. And finally, a price is pricing the situation. So the correct answer is option C, monitoring. Let's go to question 6. An announcement, ladies and gentlemen. I am crew in charge of your muster station. May I have your attention, please? Is an example of position power base, connection power base, personal power base, and knowledge power base. Here the answer is option A, as the announcement is based on the position of the crew member being in charge of your muster station. Connection power base is not the answer, as it denotes the connection the crew member has with the power center. Personal power base is also not the answer. The reason being it is power based on interpersonal relationship. And finally, knowledge power base is based on the knowledge of the crew member. The right answer for this announcement is position power base. Let's go to question 7. In crisis management scenario involving fire, the central command team should consider taking head count, finding the cause of fire, checking the readiness of firefighting equipment, the identification, shutdown of ventilation. Let's see what's the right answer. Correct answer is option A, because making sure all crew and passengers are accounted should be given priority by the command center. Finding the cause of fire is after the fire is extinguished. And finally, we have option C, firefighting equipment. Readiness has to be checked during your drills. And identification of shutdown of ventilation is done by support team, not by the command team. Let's go to the next question. Question 8. The stage of crisis where clear instructions and effective organization is required. The options are warning stage, impact stage, recoil stage, and finally evacuation stage. So let's see the correct answer. Option D, evacuation stage. Clear instructions are always required for at any stages of a crisis. But it is most effectively needed during evacuation stages. So hence the right answer is evacuation stage. Let's go to question number 9. At a muster station, each person must have a clear deck space of A, 0.35 square meters, 0.45 square meters, 0.25 square meters, or 0.20 square meters. The correct answer is again option A, as minimum space of 0.35 square meters is specified for each individual assigned to that muster station in SOLAS Chapter 3, LSA Appliances and Arrangements, Regulation 23. Let's go to question 10. Now, what is a crocodile queue? Is it a short line of passengers, a line of ship's crew, a line formed for efficient and controlled and organized movement of passengers, and finally, a long line of passengers? The correct answer is option C. The reason being, crocodile queue is recommended during emergency evacuation as it is the safest. The correct answer is option C. In stability curves of vessel, what represents center of gravity? Is it GS? Is it M, metacenter? Is it B, center of buoyancy? Or is it G, center of gravity? Right answer is option G. GZ stands for righting lever. Let's go to question 12. The initial metacentric height of Ro-Ro passenger ships should not be less than 0.5 meters, 0.45 meters, 0.15 meter, and 0.30 meter. Again, answer for this is option C, 0.15 meter. This is the minimum metacentric height recommended in cargo ships. Lower metacentric can make the ship unstable. Similarly, higher metacentric height can also make the ship dangerously stable. So the right answer is 0.15 meter. Let's go to question 13. What is the definition of transverse metacenter? Let's see the option. The distance between the actual center of gravity and the maximum center of gravity that will still allow a positive stability. Point to which G may rise and still permit the vessel to possess positive stability. Option C, the sum of center of buoyancy and center of gravity. And option D, the transverse shift of the center of buoyancy as vessel moves. The right answer is option B. G, or the center of gravity, should be below the metacenter to give the vessel a positive stability. So hence, G may rise up to M for the vessel to have a positive stability. So let's go to question 14. If the vertical center of gravity of a ship rises, the righting arm GZ for various angles of inclination will A, decrease, B, increase, C, remain unchanged, and finally B, changed by amount G1 into cosine of the angle. So the right answer is option A. The reason being, if the center of gravity rises, the metacentric height Gm will definitely decrease. The righting arm is Gm is Gm multiplied by sine theta, or sine of the angle of inclination. So this also will correspondingly decrease. So option B, option A is the correct answer. So question 15. During transfer of fuel and ballast around the vessel, significant stability effects may be caused by A, free surface, B, panting, C, racking, D, excess strain. Correct answer is option A. As fuel and ballast both are liquids, so they have free surface. And if they are allowed to flow freely, what can happen is there could be change in center of gravity of the vessel, and stability effect can be caused by free surface effect. Hence, the right answer is A, free surface. Both panting and racking are stresses caused by external waves. Let's go to question 16. A vessel is said to be sagged. Draft at midship is more than the drafts at power and out. Draft at midship is less than the draft at the center. Draft at the center is equal to the draft at the ends. And finally, vessel is rolling due to heavy winds and crosswinds. Sagging is caused by when the middle of the vessel bends down more than the ends. Increasing the draft at the center more than at the ends of the vessel. So the right answer is option A. Draft at midship is more than draft at forward and end. So this is a dangerous situation. It can lead to cracks of the hull. It can happen because of wave action and uneven weight distribution of the vessel. Opposite to sagging is hogging, where you have draft at midship is less than the draft at the center. So here it is sagging. So the right answer is draft at midship is more than the drafts at forward and aft. Let's go to question 17. Automatic sprinkler system or an approved alternative system for firefighting is mandatory for passenger ships carrying more than 36 passengers, but is not mandatory for following areas of the ship. Where it is not mandatory? Is it control and service spaces? No. Accommodation spaces? No. Machinery spaces or corridors and LUVs? The right answer is machinery spaces, where sprinkler system is not mandatory, and this specified in SOLAS chapter 2. Again, section 2, where it deals with firefighting, detection and extinction. Question 18. Maximum temperature at which sprinkler bulb should operate in accommodation area except drying rooms and saunas is A, 79 degrees, B, 68 degrees, C, 60 degrees, D, none of the above. So here the answer is 79 degrees. FSS code, which specifies engineering specification for fire safety systems on ships, states that the automatic sprinkler system in accommodation and service spaces should be between 68 and 79 degrees. But where drying rooms and saunas is, it can be more. But accommodation and corridors and alleyway, maximum allowed is 79 degrees. So let's go to question number 19. Color of a sprinkler bulb indicates who the maker is, which zone it belongs to, again no. Temperature at which the bulb breaks, yes. D, none of the above. Right answer is temperature at which the bulb breaks. This answer is also as referred in FSS code, which specifies that fluid inside the bulb should have a color which specify at what temperature the bulb breaks. Whereas the right answer is temperature at which the bulb breaks. Let's go to question 20. Following areas in a passenger ship. Furniture to be kept minimum for fire prevention. Is it control station, B, service spaces, escape routes, or stairway enclosures? The right answer is stairway enclosures. The reason being, again, specified in SOLAS, chapter 2, part B, prevention of fire and explosion. Regulation 15 says that furniture in stairway enclosures to be fixed, limited to seating, and should not restrict the escape route of passengers. Hence, the right answer is option D, stairway enclosures. Let's go to question 21. Ramps of wheelchair should have maximum slope of 1:20, 1:10, 1:15, or 1:30. Right answer is option A. We have slopes of ramps of wheelchair meant for disabled people should have ramps which is maximum of 1:20. So this is option A, the right answer. Let's go to question 22. The time of opening and closing hull doors must be recorded. A, official logbook. B, deck logbook. C, oil record book. Or engine room record book. The right answer is deck logbook. The reason being, hull doors are normally operated by competent person from the deck department. So this is recorded by in a deck logbook. So let's go to question 23. Discharge of passenger vehicle should only commence after A, liaison with shore is established, B, the vessel is trimmed off, C, engines of all vehicles are running, the fore and aft doors are open. The right answer is liaison with shore is established. This is required in ro-ro passenger ships. Vehicles should start discharge only after the liaison with shore is established. So let's go to question 24. Prior to use by vehicle ramps must be earthed, be free from oil, load tested before each use in the sight of video cameras. Let's see what's the right answer. Right answer is option B, free from oil. Vehicle ramps should be free from oil before loading or discharging starts. Question 25. During loading, a trailer carrying dangerous goods is seen to be leaking. Your immediate action would be send it ashore, should advise the master, check further advice from shipper, stow separately and inform the shipper. Right answer is send it ashore. Okay. We don't want any leaking dangerous goods inside the car spaces. So immediate action should be taken, and that is send it ashore. Let's go to question 26. Passenger ships over 500 gross tonnage shall carry at least one rescue boat on either side, one rescue boat on any side, one rescue boat at stern. No need of a rescue boat, as any lifeboat can be a rescue boat. The right answer is one rescue boat on either side. This is again a SOLAS regulation, chapter 3, where requirement of LSA equipments are specified. So this is one rescue boat on either side. If it is less than 500 gross tonnage, we require only one rescue boat on any side. A lifeboat, of course, cannot be used as a rescue boat. Let's see what is in store in question number 27. A drogue, heavy metal anchor intended to stop the vessel at sea, a conical or a funnel-shaped device with open ends used to slow down the wind effect of a boat, a pad eye on the boat to which sea anchor is made fast, an anchor made of wood used to reduce the speed of boat at sea. The right answer is option B. Again, a drogue also is known as a sea anchor, used in lifeboats and life raft to reduce the effect of wind on the survival craft. So let's go to question 28. Which of the following you would not find in stability booklets of ships? A, hydrostatic tables, details of inclining experiment, shell expansion plan, maximum kg table. The right answer is shell expansion plan. The reason being, all others are required for calculating the stability of the ship, But shell expansion plan gives details of the steel plates used for building the hull of the ship. So that is not required for calculating the stability of the ship. That is needed when you want to change the hull plates. Well, let's go to question 29. Consumption of liquid from ship's double bottom tanks during a voyage will increase the displacement of the ship. See, decrease the kg, make the ship stiffer, increase the kg. So what is the right answer? The answer is option B. Why increase the kg? Kg is indicating the distance between the keel to center of gravity. So when you are consuming from the bottom of your double bottom tanks, which is at the bottom of the ship, what could happen is center of gravity will raise. So the distance between the keel and center of gravity will increase. The right answer is option D. Let's go to last question. Question number 30. The atmosphere of a tank is too rich when it is incapable of supporting combustion because hydrocarbon vapor content makes the atmosphere below LD or lower flammable limit. Is it capable of initiating combustion as conditions are satisfactory for initiating combustion? Is it incapable of sustaining fire as flame cannot pass through hydrocarbon vapor, or incapable of supporting combustion because of sufficient oxygen is not available for hydrocarbon vapor content above UFL or upper flammable limit? So here question is tank is too rich. Too rich means the hydrocarbon vapor is above the upper flammable limit. And again, it is incapable of supporting combustion because oxygen is not sufficient. The right answer is option D. Incapable of supporting combustion because sufficient oxygen is not available. Okay. Option C is incorrect as flame can pass through hydrocarbon vapor. Option B is also incorrect as any mixture too rich cannot start combustion. And again, option A is incorrect as atmosphere below LFL is not rich and will not initiate combustion. The right answer is option D. So that concludes the session. So these are all only sample questions collected from question bank of HIMT. HIMT conducts various courses for basic to advanced required for ship personnel. Log on to himtmarine.com for all your needs in career enhancement. Please remember, knowledge is considered wealth, but for people working at sea, it is more than wealth. It is also required for the safety of your life. Thank you and best wishes.